Hello everyone, I am Askiruti Rakshya of third year studying at Savita School of Law. I am going to share my knowledge about the geographical indication under intellectual property rights and the concepts relating to it. So, what is geographical indication? A geographical indication is a sign that is used on products that have a specific geographical origin and it possesses the qualities or a reputation that are due to that particular origin. So, in order to function as a geographical indication, a sign must identify a product as originating at a given place. So, for example, I'll take the example of a Darjeeling tea. This Darjeeling tea, the name expresses that the tea is originating from Darjeeling, and as Darjeeling is a cool place, they have many tea estates, and we obviously know other hill stations also have tea estates, but there is a speciality for this Darjeeling tea because people believe that the quality of the tea estates or the teas grown here there is of good quality. So the geographical indication is given to Darjeeling tea. This is an example of this geographical indication. So the next is, what are the types of geographical indication? There are three types of geographical indication. They are protected designation of origin, protected geographical indication, and the traditional specialty is guaranteed. So under protected designation of origin, it covers all the agricultural products and the foodstuffs that are produced, processed and prepared in a given geographical area using the recognized know-how method. So here in this protected designation of origin, it means that all the manufacturing process, the raw materials and the production of that particular product is made in a single place of origin, and this all stages of this food production process is made at a single origin or single place, and it's not a division of origin and all. While we come to the protected geographical indication, it tells that it covers agricultural products and foodstuffs closely linked to the geographical area. And here maybe the raw materials, like all process of manufacturing is not done at a same origin. It comes from different places. For example, the raw materials may be collected from different places and then may be assembled into a one particular origin, and that origin can be taken as a geographical indication. For example, the Coimbatore wet grinder, where the grinder parts may be from different locations or different maybe different origin, but they are assembled at Coimbatore and it is sold as Coimbatore wet grinder. It has got the GI tag. While a traditional specialty is guaranteed, it highlights the traditional character of that particular product, and it either is in and this traditional character is either in composition or in means of production, and the product and ingredients are not directly linked to the specific geographical area, and the traditional know-how is the composition is recognized. That is, here the values and the traditional know-how of that product is of a particular origin, while the product is manufactured and produced in some other place. So this is under the third category. So now we have to know who is an authorized user. When we compare this geographical indication with other intellectual properties, when we call a patent holder as a patentee, and when we call the owner of a copyright as a copyright holder, and there are certain names for each and every holder. While in geographical indication, a person who registers for the geographical indication for his product is called as an authorized user, and this authorized user is a person who registered under section 17 of the Geographical Indications Act of 1999. In India, we have an act called as Geographical Indications of Goods Registration and Protection Act 1999, and any person who registers under section 17 of this act will be called as an authorized user. This authorized user is also the producer of goods in respect of which the geographical indication has been registered is eligible to register himself as an authorized user. So only the producer of goods can register himself as an authorized user and not the other persons and all. And to register oneself as an authorized user, that particular producer, he has to provide statements and other documents of fact which would prove that he is the producer of that particular product, and it should also allow the registrar to ascertain the veracity of their claims. And this registration of authorized user is valid for 10 years or till the date of expiration of geographical indication. Now we have to know, why should we protect this GI, that is geographical indication. Why is it so important, or why does it need any protection? So whenever a product is given a GI, or whenever a product is tagged as a geographical indicated product, it becomes of a high quality, because when we compare this Darjeeling tea, this example of Darjeeling tea, whenever we give the tag as Darjeeling tea, it means that the tea arising from Darjeeling is of a good quality, because we give the GI tag to the particular tea because of good quality. So people believe that that particular Darjeeling tea is of very good quality and is of a very good origin, and hence there is a reputation for this Darjeeling tea. There is a high increased reputation for this tea when compared to the other tea. And it also prevents the product from generic product, that is, it separates this Darjeeling tea from the other tea products, and also it prevents the duplication of this Darjeeling tea. Whenever the people know that this particular tea is a GI tag product, they will know the difference between the GI tag product and the other products. So it will prevent this product from a generic product. And also it will protect this particular product from the domestic market from competitors. So for particular, if there is a Darjeeling tea available and other ordinary tea available, obviously the people will go for a good quality product which has a good reputation when compared to the other tea products. So it will prevent competition within the market. And it will also increase their economic value, because if many products are GI tag like this, the increasing rate of that particular product will improve the economy of that particular place. So why is this GI important? So GI, this geographical indication, is actually a marketing tool. This marketing tool, that is, whenever a product is tagged as a GI, as I said before, it is of a good quality. So this good quality, this adjective, will be used as a marketing tool, and hence it gains the reputation for this particular quality. And this geographical indication identifies the products and it increases the price of that particular product, and therefore it becomes a particular interest for the developing countries, because these developing countries have to gain economic development through all these sources of economic. So this GI tag is very important. Now what are the advantages of getting a product tagged as a geographical indication? So whenever a product is getting tagged as a geographical indication, it means that it has a legal protection and prevention from the unauthorized use, and it also has benefits for farmers and local producers. Most of the products that is getting GI tagged is not from a very well known city or well developed place and all. It is mostly from the rural places and local producers, and hence it will benefit these farmers and the local producers, whoever gets their product GI tagged. And it also develops rural development, as most of the products are from rural areas or underdeveloped areas. It will boost their development. So the next thing is it reduces the unfair practices of trade. Like whenever a product is not GI tagged, the particular product will have no recognition, and when it comes to the market in the cities from the village areas, the price increases very drastically, and it leads to unfair practices of trade. That is, intermediaries will gain more profit when compared to the producer. So whenever they get the product GI tag, the producer will have gain, and unfair practices of trade is reduced very drastically. And it also helps in preservation of local culture and resources, as the product comes from a rural place and local producers are doing it. It helps preservation of a local culture. And it also provides complete information to the consumers. That is, if the same example of Darjeeling tea, where the consumers will be aware of how the tea is being produced, or how is it made, how is the process made. So they have complete information to the production process of that particular product. So this will have increased belief from the consumers on that product, and the product will be prevented from the competition, and it will have a high economic value. So what should we do in order to get a GI tag? That is, what are the conditions in order to get a product tagged as a geographical indicated product? In certain places or certain countries, this geographical indication can be got only for a good, but in some other countries it also includes services. So the first condition is it must either be a good and service, or good or service. And the next thing is goods or service must be originating from a defined area, and it should not be available of the same quality from various sources. So then it will lead to confusion, and that is a limitation for getting a GI tag. And the third condition is goods or services must have high qualities, and it must clearly linked to the geographical origin. So there has to be some kind of link, that is the traditional know-how or the traditional values or traditional culture or the production place or all the places where the product is being assembled, or any kind of relation has to be there with the product and the origin where the producer wants to get it GI tagged. So these are the three conditions to get a product GI tagged. And we have to know what is the validity of a GI tagged product, right? So unlike patents, right, patents, they have a validity of 20 years, and they cannot be renewed after 20 years. So unlike patent, the validity of GI tagged product is 10 years, and they can get renewed every 10 years. So by the end of 10 years, the authorized user can go and renew it by paying some kind of fees, and he can renew it for again another 10 years. So once this renewal is taking place, he'll get a protection of that particular product, that as a geographical indicated product, for another 10 years. And if the geographical indicated product is not renewed after 10 years, then it will be removed from the register, and any other person can go and register his product as a geographical indicated product for the removed geographical indicated product. So this is the point here. And the challenges of having a product as geographical indicated is that the first challenge is a low brand value. It has a chance of having a low brand value if the quality is not as equal to the expectation of the consumers. And there is a problem of having lack of awareness of rules and regulations, and there is a rampant misuse of Indian GIs, because Indian GIs are not very much well known to the other people, so there is a rampant misuse of these GIs. And there is an immigration of labors. Whenever a product is going to have a high value or high production value, then the labors, there is a necessity of having a labors there. So there is a high value of immigration of labors that which reduces the labors strength in the other places or other economic category, and it will lead to the accumulation of power, accumulation of this economic value in a particular place or of origin. So these are the challenges of GI. Now, in order to get the registration for authorized user, there is a simple process of flowchart where I'll display here. This is the process here. The first process is filing an application. We go to the IP India website where we redirect it to the geographical indications page. We have to search for the applications and file applications regarding that, and later we'll be having a preliminary scrutiny and an exam, and after which issue of show cause should be there. That is why this geographical indication has to be from that particular origin. The reason for that origin should be established, and the advertisement will be made in the official gazette or official page of that IP India or the geographical indication. And after a particular days, after particular days after the advertisement is made, we wait for opposition from the other people regarding this particular proposed GI tag, and later after the period is over and there is no such any opposition, we move for the registration. And if opposition is there, the registrar will hear regarding opposition from both the parties, and after resolving it, we move for the registration. If the opposition is valid, then the registration comes to an halt and we cannot get our products GI tagged. So this is the steps for registration for an authorized user, and I have displayed here regarding the various examples of GI tag products in India. And these are certain products that have got GI tag. And the fact here is Darjeeling tea that I have been talking about throughout this whole video is the first GI tagged product in India in 2004 to 5, and since then until 2010 184 GI tag products has been added to the list, and the latest in Tamil Nadu was Kandangi sari, which got its GI tagged origin at Karaikudi, and these are all the examples. Thank you.